Okay, so now we're at the first of 5 different modules that we'll be going through on in regards to the smile simulation for Smilefy. The first one is going to be just AI. This one I'm not going to spend a lot of time on because this isn't where you do a lot of your tweaking. This kind of sets it up if you just don't want to like think about it and just have something be generated, that's fine. But I always wonder if the smile simulation and reality and what you can deliver clinically, how well those two things are going to match up if you just rely upon the AI doing all the figuring for you. But yet it is helpful to kind of give you an idea where this could be going. If you look at this generate tab, that generate tab is going to be based upon dialing in these different permutations. You can put together these combinations of young, middle-aged, mature, or smile jam. And then, of course, you have these other shapes and sizes over here. And you can play around with each one of these and you can try them out and see what it kind of looks like for your photo. Every time you hit generate, it's going to change the teeth slightly to kind of match up with whatever it is that you've kind of dialed in on that side. Again, it's not really that helpful. It kind of gives you a general idea where it's going. But where this screen is really helpful, in what I've found, is when you go to the mark lip feature. Okay, for this you have to zoom in. So again, we're going to zoom in, scroll down, and we're going to make sure that whenever you're dialing in someone's lip, you want to make sure that the line on the little dot is going to be, ideally should be right at the lip. But if you have a hard time in your photo determining where you should put it, I would err on putting it beyond the lip. Don't put it up on top of the lip. Whatever you do, don't put it up there, because when you lay a simulated tooth, it's going to lay on top of the lip. It's going to look really fake. Try to put it right at, and if you can't really tell, move it further away from the lip. Okay, and you can move these nodes around here. You can kind of change the general shape. If you have kind of a funny looking lip, you can kind of trace it with these little nodes. I will point out, however, that these dots at the very end, very terminal dots, those are important because the computer will see a line that you can't see right here. It's like almost like an imaginary line, but it's almost like a line that connects this dot to that dot. And anything that is below that line, between those two dots that create that line, is not going to be part of the simulation. And so I've seen it where if these dots aren't moved, this incisal edge of these teeth won't be part of the simulation. So even though you were supposed to mark the lip true for the top, definitely do it. But on the bottom, these bottom ones, make sure they're low enough that if you were to connect a line between here and here, that the incisal edges, or this, I should even say the simulated new position of your simulated front two teeth, will not cross that line. So I know I have these teeth, these lines well down on the lip, and I'm not going to be extending these teeth way down here, but I just want to make sure that I don't cut off these teeth. And I'll show it later on in the next video, that what happens if you don't move those down, what that looks like. So if you run into that problem, just know that you need to move these two dots out of the way. Okay. So once the mark is lit, or the lip is marked, you go ahead and click that. Well, actually, you know what? Here, I can show you right now. Watch this. I'm going to move this up. I'm going to move this up. And now I'm going to hit mark lip. And look at it. It's kind of cut off right there. Sorry, let me move it up even higher just to kind of exaggerate the point. See this? It kind of marks those teeth are not part of it because those dots are in the way. So I guess I was kind of said that wrong. It's not so much that the line is going to be drawn from here to here, but wherever this line is, it's going to play a part in what's going on. If you ever find your incisal edges are cut off, try bringing these two lines down and kind of out of the way, and you'll find that your smile simulation won't have any cutoffs. Okay, so that pretty much is it when you're done with this part, and then you move on to the next one, which will be smile harmony.